All right. Hello, people. We're live again. Give me a second to sort out this screen because it's fucking weird. Now, there we go. All right. Hello, folks. Coach Neil back again. And yesterday I talked about the anti-social distancing and the dehumanization of society. But today I'm going to talk about the Great Rona Con in general. So the GRC, the Great Rona Con. All right. If the title doesn't give it away, basically what I'm saying is it's fucking bullshit. All right. Now, let me preface that by saying the virus is real. Okay. The virus is real. The virus exists. The virus is deadly to some people. The virus is a risk to certain populations. The virus is out there. It is not to be dismissed as fake news because the virus is real. Okay. It's just everything on top of the virus in the way in which they are, manufacturing the fear and pumping up the numbers and fucking introducing these bullshit lockdowns, etc., etc. That is all fucking bullshit. So that's the con. Okay. So the virus itself is real. Okay. So I'm not saying the virus doesn't exist. The virus is real, and the virus should be, kept away from vulnerable populations. All right. Now, in the history of fucking mankind, okay, since records have been kept, there has never been an illness or a virus or a bacteria or a fucking whatever whereby the entire population is quarantined as opposed to the people that are vulnerable and sick being quarantined. Okay. So that is traditionally how viruses are kept at bay. All right. So people who are at risk are kept safe, quarantined away from the virus. The people that are, safer and healthy are okay to carry on about their business. All right. Now, the fact that we, as a whole, collectively, the entire world, are being told that we must quarantine, we must socially distance, we must wear masks, we must prevent the spread. And it's very clever the way they do that to make you feel like you're responsible for other people's health. You're not. People are responsible for their own fucking health, okay? Not the government, not you. Each and every single motherfucker out there, me included, we are responsible for our own health. If you're someone that thinks other people, other entities, governments, and anyone other than yourself is responsible for your health, you're a fucking muppet. All right. So anyway, the point I'm trying to make here is that this thing is a con. Okay, the virus is real. The manufacture of fear and the lockdowns, the closures of businesses, the prevent the deadly spread of this deadly virus. Okay, is total fucking bullshit. Okay, this virus is only, let me say that again, only deadly to people in severe risk. Okay, people that have comorbidities. Very, very, very few people around the entire fucking planet have suffered a catastrophic, fatal result from this virus who did not have previous comorbidities. Okay, so anyone out there that suffered a loss that's been catastrophic and 1 in 500, 1 in 1,000, 1 in fucking 100,000, I sincerely apologize and I feel for you. Okay, but this is not the point. The point is that is an anomaly. Okay, the people that are riskier from this coronavirus are known people with comorbidities, the big three: heart disease, diabetes, high blood pressure. You can add to that high cholesterol, pre-diabetes. Okay, these are the people at most risk. And why is that? Because they're already fucked. Okay, their human health is already in a shit state. Okay, and let me just say something here right now. Okay, very, very few people on this planet that suffer from heart disease, diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, overweight, obese, very few of those people actually have a medical condition. Okay, that is a lifestyle condition. And I'm sorry if I've stepped on somebody's toes by saying that, but you are the fucking problem. Okay, you have allowed yourself to become diabetic. You have allowed yourself to become overweight, obese. You have allowed yourself to experience high blood pressure, high cholesterol. Okay, and I make no apologies for that. All right. Again, it goes back to what I said at the start. You are responsible for your health, not me, not fucking the planet, not other people, nobody else. You, okay? The government couldn't give a fuck about your health, all right? So if you think they're actually looking out for you now, you're crazy, okay? Now, let me just carry on from that. There are some people that actually do have medical conditions which cause those symptoms, okay, or those illnesses, all right? But they are very fucking few and far between. So if you jump on here and try and tell me you've got a medical condition or it's genetic, I'm going to tell you go fuck yourself, okay? In my entire career, the amount of people that come to me and said, they've got a medical condition or they've got a genetic, family history, that's the reason why they're, ill or got diabetes or fucking whatever. After 60 days with me, they haven't got diabetes anymore. They haven't got heart disease. They haven't got high blood pressure. They haven't got high cholesterol. Like, unfortunately, you are programmed from a very young age to believe your labels. All right, so whether a doctor tells you you've got high blood pressure, you go, oh my god, I've got high blood pressure. Someone tells you you've got diabetes. I mean, they're not telling you you've got it because you're showing the symptoms. But diabetes is a lifestyle disease. It's not a genetic predisposition. All right. So anyway, the big three: heart disease, diabetes, and high blood pressure. All right. If you suffer any of those, which are comorbidities, which are going to lead to the more deadly effects of this coronavirus, well, then perhaps you should address the fucking problem underneath, which is your comorbidities, and then you won't be so scared of the virus. Okay. But anyway, I mean, that's what the people in power are doing. They are preying on fears of society, of people, and making you all feel like you are responsible for everybody else's health. Okay. And if you don't stay home, and if you don't socially distance, anti-social distance, remember, if you don't wear a mask, if you don't prevent the spread, you're an evil person. I mean, I tell you what, like these motherfuckers that are running this fucking con, yeah, if it wasn't so evil, you would probably have to appreciate the genius of it. I mean, they've pulled off the biggest con ever on humankind with this thing. You know what I mean? So it's crazy, right? So anyway, I've waffled on there a bit. I'll get back to the point. So the Great RONA con. So why is it a con? Okay, they are inflating the numbers. The case numbers. All right. The tests are fucking dodgy as fuck. I mean, who even knows where the tests are coming from? How do we know the tests actually do what they say they do? How do they know the tests do what they say they do? The PCR tests are notoriously fucking incorrect. The Africans fucking down in Africa were testing pieces of fruit and goats and fucking other animals. It was coming back positive. You know what I mean? So that, and I mean, you just can't believe anything you hear, see, read in the mainstream. And then like people that like me, we're labeled as conspiracy theorists or whatever. I'm not a theorist. I'm a factist. I'm a realist. I mean, nothing I do or say is based on conspiracy. It's all based on what I know or I believe to be true. And you don't have to trust me. You don't have to believe me. But if anything I if anything I say makes sense, then fucking do your own research. Think about it. Use your critical thinking. Open your brain. Expand your mind. Don't just believe the bullshit you're fed. You know what I mean? So they're pumping up the numbers for a start. These fucking fake, these faulty tests. Okay. So they're pumping up the numbers, number one, and they're pumping up the deaths. And everybody knows this by now, surely. So, fucking some guy fucking falls off a bridge and gets hit by a truck. And he's labelled as a COVID death because he fucking tested positive on their bullshit tests, after being fucking mutilated by a fucking fall in a truck for COVID. You know what I mean? So the deaths are bullshit, all right? So you've got the fucking bullshit test, you've got the bullshit death numbers, okay? And then on top of that, I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, the majority of the information that people like you and I are receiving, if we don't look for ourselves, is coming from the television, okay? It's a television. It tells you shit. It tells you a vision, all right, coming from the mainstream media, or the mainstream media, as I like to call them. All right, so at the end of the day, pretty much everything you see on the mainstream media is fucking bullshit, okay? It's very clever bullshit. I'll give them that because fucking they do a very good job of creating the narrative, okay? But your job is to try and see through the fucking bullshit, all right? So at the end of the day, they're pumping up the numbers. Case numbers are bullshit. The death numbers are bullshit. And when I started looking into this, I was worried. I thought this thing was real. And I spent a long time looking into it. And then that's when I started to find the cracks in their story. And that's when I pulled the pin on my support of what I thought was a real virus, okay? Because it is, but it's nowhere near as virulent and as deadly as they're trying to tell us now, okay? And I'll tell you why, okay? This thing 100% has come out of a lab in Wuhan, probably. I mean, given that Wuhan was the city that fucking blew up with it to start with, it would have to be the Wuhan virology lab, okay? So it's a fucking level 4 biosecurity lab. It's come out of there, right? Now, they never made this virus. I think, in my humble opinion, I feel that they technically changed it. And the way they change it, it's called gain of function. Gain of function research on viruses is when they take a virus, the coronavirus, particularly in this case, and they improve certain aspects of it, such as its virility, such as its deadliness. Okay, so its transmissibility and its deadliness, and that's called gain of function research. Okay, that is what is the general consensus now among experts around the world who are not on the fucking payroll of these cocksuckers. All right, that is what happened. Okay, so gain of function research was performed on a bat coronavirus that increases virility, increases deadliness, increases the ability to bind to human cells through the fucking ACE2 receptor. Okay, and bada boom, bada bing, you've got a deadly virus. Now the thing about these deadly viruses is when they're well, the thing about the coronavirus before it's altered by gain of function to become a more deadly, more virulent virus, it's naturally that happened naturally as it passes from person to person, it would continue to be as deadly. Okay, when it happens artificially, so they've done it in a lab, as it passes from person to person, it becomes less deadly. Okay, each time it passes from person to person, it has a little mutation every time. Okay, and it's not a mutation that changes the way it acts. It's just a mutation which kind of leads it to burn itself out in its deadliness. Okay, so it will still be transmissible. It will still jump from person to person, but it will lose its deadliness. Okay, and that's what happens with a gain of function virus, from what I've understood and learned myself. Okay, I'm not stating that for a fact. I'm not a virologist. All right, but like I said before, if something I say makes sense to you, then take it on board. Go away, do your own research if you really care. I mean, I was done with this 12 weeks ago, like I said before. All right, but if you are really worried and you do really care, like I said 5 minutes ago, your health is the key. Take care of your health. Take care of your comorbidities if you have them. Deal with that. Okay, when you deal with your health at a fundamental level, you will not be threatened by a virus. Okay. All right. So the next topic. Okay. Now, when a respiratory virus enters a human body, it does not fucking sit around and wait, 7 days, 8 days, 9 days, 10 days before it begins to replicate and create symptoms. Okay, that's fucking retarded. Okay, there are certain viruses that do that. Fucking herpes simplex, HPV, HIV. They take a long time to incubate. All right, a respiratory virus, and that's what this is. It's called fucking SARS-CoV-2, SARS, severe acute respiratory syndrome. So a respiratory virus takes 1 to 5 days. Okay, cold flu, rhinovirus, fucking rotavirus. Right, these things, they take 1 to 5 days to incubate. Okay, and in that time the symptoms develop. All right, so this whole fucking 14-day up to 14-day incubation thing is total fucking bullshit. Okay, I mean, I've never heard of a virus, particularly a coronavirus, which is a cold virus, that could fucking enter the human body and then, like, the little virus, it's easy, right? So this virus is in there, he goes, hey buddy, we're in, it's time to rape and pillage the fucking this body. And his mate goes, oh, no, we're going to have to wait a little while. I don't want to rape and pillage yet. I'm going to take a week off. I'm going to go to sleep, and we're just going to chill out for a week. All right? So, old virus is in there, fucking up your nose, down your fucking, your windpipe, whatever. And he goes, oh, no, I'm going to have a nap for a week. I'm going to wake up in a week, and then we're going to replicate and cause symptoms. Fuck off, you cunts. All right? So that's total bullshit, okay? So this entire fucking social like quarantining for 14 days, isolating for 14 days, it's a fucking con. All right, total fucking bullshit. All right, colds and flus, 1 to 3 days of fucking cold or flu to incubate and create symptoms. Okay, if you think this coronavirus, which is a fucking cold virus, all right, takes 14 days to incubate, you're off your fucking trolley. As a matter of fact, if you think that, I've got these magic beans that they cost $1,000 each, and if you send me $1,000, I'm going to send you a magic bean that's going to cure your coronavirus. All right, so hit me up on PayPal for that one. All right. So anyway, that's part of it. Okay. So at the end of the day, all right, it's all this fucking bullshit going on. All right, and I mean, I'm sort of making fun of it, but it's not funny because it's very extreme for some people. It's causing fucking job losses. It's causing fucking domestic violence, suicide. It's breaking, it's tearing relationships and families apart. It's already ruined apparently 22% of small businesses. Fucking, I'm not sure the countries they were in, but 22% of small businesses is fucking dead. Whereas you've got your Amazons, your Facebooks, your Googles, all these cunts fucking making more money. All right, so the greatest transfer of wealth in mankind is happening right now. It's going away from small businesses. It's going into these motherfuckers up here that are already in the top 1%. Fucking cocksuckers. All right. So basically, all right. What did I say there? Oh, okay. The treatments. All right. So you're all what you're all. I mean, this baffles me too. All right. So all you, not all of you. Okay. So I'll take a step back. Many of you are looking for the cure, the medical treatment, the vaccine. Oh, when's the vaccine going to come? When's the cure going to come? You know, what treatments are available? Fuck's sake, the treatment's already available. It's been available since the fucking day one. Okay, hydroxychloroquine with zinc. Okay, it works. Simple as that. All right. Why is it being demonized in the mainstream media? Why is it being demonized in the fucking USA for all these bullshit studies? Because they know it works and it's cheap. Okay, they can't make any money on it. All right, so that's the number one reason. Hydroxychloroquine and zinc, by the way, what they do is they prevent the replication of the virus. All right, so it has to be administered in the early stages within fucking, say, well, who knows when you were when you're exposed, but sorry, so who knows when you're exposed, but it needs to be introduced in the first 1 to 7, 8, 9 days at the most, probably for HCQ and zinc, so it works. If it's introduced in late stages, it won't work because it's too late. You know what I mean? So hydroxychloroquine and zinc. Now that's the hydroxychloroquine is a zinc. The drug zinc is a mineral, right? But that's one method of treatment. If you wanted to go that route and you wanted to be sure, you take hydroxychloroquine and zinc and vitamin D. Okay, vitamin D is an immune system, and I won't say booster because it doesn't boost your immune system, but it increases the efficacy of your immune system and it modulates it so it works properly. Okay, so hydroxychloroquine, zinc, and vitamin D. All right. But I mean, from my perspective, why the fuck are you looking for a medical treatment, you fucking idiots? Like, honestly, do you look for a medical treatment for a cold? No, you fucking write it out. Do you look for medical treatment for a flu? Only for symptom control, except for those in extreme danger, such as the elderly when they're hospitalized for the flu. You do not seek a medical treatment for a fucking respiratory virus. You fight a respiratory virus with your immune system. Okay, so the only thing you need to be thinking about, which most people are not, is how do I increase the efficacy of my immune system and how do I actually increase my overall general health? All right, so if you're worried about this fucking bullshit coronavirus and you're not thinking about your own health and your actual immune system and how you can fight it naturally, and you're waiting for a fucking medical treatment or a vaccine, which by the way is fucking, if anybody takes this fucking vaccine that comes out in 18 months, you got fucking rocks in your head. Right? How the hell can you prove a vaccine safe that's been manufactured, introduced, manufactured within 18 months without any long-term testing on the side effects? All right. Some of these vaccines they're developing now are extremely dangerous because they're going a different route and they're fucking reprogramming your genetic code through the vaccine. Fucking crazy. All right. So anyway, forget the medical treatments, forget the HCQ, forget the fucking, well, don't forget the zinc, because zinc's a mineral. Right? You should have that in your diet anyway. All right, but I need a treatment. No, you don't. You need to boost your immune system, you muppet. Okay, and I don't mean boost, but I mean regulate. All right. So at the end of the day, if well, I think you know where I stand. Right, this thing's a total fucking con. Okay, the virus is real, but the fear mongering that's going with it is total fucking bullshit. Like I read something the other day about Victoria and Australia where they had 10 deaths. I'm like, fucking 10 deaths? Seriously? Like fucking more people slip over in the fucking shower and break their neck than that. Right? No, I'm sorry. Look, 10 deaths is not, it's not nice. You wouldn't want one of those deaths to be your mum or your dad or your grandpa or your grandma. But this shit happens all day, every day. You just don't hear about it. There's fucking more than 10 fucking kiddie abductions in a week, in a day, fucking some places. You know what I mean? Much more. That's a different topic as well. But I mean, these wankers are literally using this virus to control people, to control you, to take away your freedoms and your liberties, to make you comply to new laws and new rules, which they would never, ever, ever have gotten through previously if they didn't make up this bullshit fucking virus. Okay. So that's my feelings on that. All right. So the great RONA con. Okay. Do not be fooled. People, please wake the fuck up. And if you're not awake, if you're having a real hard time getting this and understanding this, it's not because you are incapable, it's because your pineal gland is probably calcified, okay? Because everything they do to us in society causes calcification of the pineal gland, okay? Your pineal gland's your third eye. It's like your fucking compass, okay? It tells you when shit is off. It tells you when shit is right, you know? If your pineal gland is calcified, you'll have very hard time accepting the truth because you are conditioned to believe a narrative that is total fucking bullshit, all right? And if this is calcified, it's down to generally fluoridation of water and chemical toxicity and Wi-Fi and electrical toxicity in the environment, plus the fucking shit that you pump in your mouth that's in your food, processed food. Okay, so at the end of the day, you need like a full detox to detox your body, and then you can detox your brain, including decalcifying the pineal gland. All right? And if you want any help with that, just pop down below pineal gland, and I'll shoot you some info. All right, so at the end of the day, this thing's total fucking bullshit. If you want to beat it, I'm sorry, I shouldn't laugh. It's not funny, but I mean, it's funny to me. I mean, I finished with this 12 weeks ago. I created a whole 6-week program to boost your immune system and antiviral, if you're interested in that, if you're actually scared of this virus, you really are worried about it, or you do have family members with comorbidities and you've got coronavirus in your neighborhood, then yes, be aware and take action to boost your natural defenses. All right. So if you want some help with that, hit me up. Just comment below help. Okay. And I'll shoot you a message. We'll have a chat. All right. But at the end of the day, the number one way that you can beat this, other than not letting these fucking cunts get in your head, is to take care of your own health and well-being. Boost and regulate your immune system. Consume and take into your body natural antivirals and botanicals. Okay, strengthen your own microbiome, which is your body's internal immune system defenses. Okay, vitamin D, zinc. What else are we going to say? No, immunostimulants like echinacea, olive leaf extract. I mean, don't just go and throw these things in your body because you can't do that. You have to have a strategy in which to put these things into the human body, and you've also got to take the rubbish out first. You've got to clean out the toxins. All right. So at the end of the day, what I'm trying to say is, please stop fucking believing this bullshit. It's fucking total fucking retardery. Okay. If like I said before, if it wasn't so evil, you'd have to appreciate the genius of it. All right. But yeah. We can't beat these motherfuckers, I'll be honest, because there's not enough people like me and you that believe in what I'm saying that can rise up and change things, but we can definitely protect ourselves from their agenda, okay? And it is an agenda to take away your freedom, your liberty, to fucking control you, to keep you living in a state of fear, to get you away from natural therapies and onto drug therapies. They don't want you to fucking fix yourself in 2 weeks with hydroxychloroquine and zinc. They want you to take a fucking vaccine 18 months down the track. Who knows? God knows what's in that. You know what I mean? So on that note, folks, I've waffled on again. when I'm passionate about a subject, I waffle on. So that's 20 minutes. If you watch all this, thank you. But at the end of the day, if you are worried in any way, shape, or form about this coronavirus or about your health and well-being, your family's health and well-being, you want some help with that, hit me up. I'm your guy. I mean, this is what I do. I'm an expert. I live it. I love it. I breathe it. I preach it. I practice it. And I'm in the business of healing. If you need to heal, you come to Neil. All right? My clients heal from the most serious, incurable diseases on the planet, and yet people are still worried about this coronavirus. It just makes me blows my mind. All right. So if you're struggling any way, shape, or form with your health, and you want some help with that, comment below help, and I'll be in touch with you, and we'll see how we can get you on the health track fast. All right. But thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, please give it a like or a share. Comment away if you've got some thoughts or anything you want to add, and yeah, thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.